Play Choices Podcast, the podcast you hear. I'm your host, V.
Hi, I'm nervous. Lucas.
So the reason why nervous is so nervous is because I told him we were going to be doing something a little bit different today. That's the way I described it. You know, we're not doing a chapter analysis. I think I've mentioned in the past, I do kind of want to move away from doing only like chapter analysis.
Right, we want to venture
But
out.
correct. So here's my thing. A lot of the ideas that I have that's outside of the chapter analysis does require for like Lucas to have more of an understanding of the plot of the books, and that's going to take a while. So I appreciate any and all suggestions for like games and stuff, but if you see me kind of like not recording them for a while, it's because Lucas needs more context before he can participate in those things. But I did get an idea from an anonymous asker on Tumblr that I do want to play today. And I think it's something, and it's actually a game that lends into your ignorance about choices. Like it actually is going to be fun because you don't know anything, right? I will say, Lucas, before we jump into this game, the thing that I wanted to do, I keep forgetting to fucking do this, so I'm so sorry I'm so late on this. So every episode, we have the intermission audio where we tell people they can support the podcast financially. It's anchor.fm/playchoices-podcast/support. I don't know why I can't say choices. I can say it normally, but whenever I say it in the URL, I'm like, choices. Choices. I don't know why. But if you want to go to that URL, it's linked in the description of every single episode. I have it in pretty much anywhere that I put a link, it's going to be there. So that's where you can go if you want to support us financially. I keep fucking forgetting to recognize that we have 2 monthly supporters.
Oh my god.
We have 2. I'm only going to say their first names because for some reason they be giving us their last names. I just don't want to dox anybody like that.
Right.
So I do want to say thank you to Mara and Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Come on. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it in, group hug.
Group hug. Eric, stop poking me.
Yeah, Eric. Eric can't even end a group hug. Eric's poking because he's trying to get in, but Eric, drop some cash if you're trying to get a shout out. This ain't about Eric. This is about Mara and Jennifer, bitch.
They're the real ones. They're the ride or die.
Oh, the real ones, the not shady ones, the not messy ones.
Bodyguards.
Our bodyguards. I feel like we have to give them something that's like a title above bodyguard, right?
Oh my god.
Like they have to be like our Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Our Secret Service.
I like that.
So if you do want to join the Secret Service, you can become one of our monthly supporters. It's anchor.fm. It's anchor.fm-play-choices. Yes, bitch, I got it this time. --podcast/support. Okay, bitch, that's where you could go if you'd like to donate. I mean, really, the monthly thing, I think that like the cheapest one is like 99 cents a month. So, you know, if you want to throw a little something our way.
A little something.
You know how like when you check out at retailers and they're like, do you want to leave a donation to like, do you want to round up? Round up to us, bitch. Round up to us.
We won't let you down.
It really helps. I think like definitely the money I mean it can go into better equipment. I need some better equipment. It can go into more streaming stuff. That's pretty much what the money is used for, because this is something that we spend like hours a week working on. I need new equipment. Lucas needs new equipment. I would eventually like to do some funner stuff on stream that, you know, the money could help support that. So we really do appreciate anything you can give us. And if you can't support us financially, if you just don't want to, if you just can't right now, listen, I'm not asking. You don't got to give us an excuse. If the answer is no, you know how you can help us? Share the podcast. Tell your friends. Tell everybody you know. That's how you can help. Okay? Thank you so much, lovelies. That's my kisses to you. The Secret Service, they get kisses. I don't know if they want kisses. I probably should have asked for their consent prior to doing that. But now you have it. Now you have it. to have kisses. I'm feeling very romantic this weekend.
Oh, we love that.
We don't need to go into why, but
No.
no, we'll leave it at that. Now that we have thanked our Secret Service and our bodyguards, I think it's time for us to actually get into the content of today's episode.
Okay, let's do it.
Lucas has no idea what we're doing today.
Mm-mm.
I have different games and stuff ideas, but it can really only be accomplished once we finish, a couple of books. This is a game that was suggested to me by an anonymous asker on Tumblr, and I thought this sounds so fucking funny. Let me provide the context. In fact, let me go on Tumblr so I can read the exact ask.
We like read receipts here.
So again, this is from an anonymous person on Tumblr, so I can't really give credit to any particular person, but the ask says, after hearing that Lucas didn't even think of lawyers after hearing the title Laws of Attraction, I would love to see you guys play a game on the podcast where you give him the title of the books on the Choices app and see what's the first thing that comes to his head and if it's close without reading the title.
I like that. I like that.
So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to read to you the title of different Choices books, and I just want you to, in a couple of sentences, let's say about 5 or 6, right? Describe what you think the plot would be of the books, and we'll just go from there. I don't know if we're gonna get through every single book because I think there's like over 100 books on the app, so I don't know if we'll get through every single one of them. But if we don't, we can do a part 2. Not a big deal, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh God, I'm so nervous. I'm ready.
It's up to your imagination.
I know.
It's how creative you want to be. And remember, you're getting this because you said you didn't even think of lawyers when you heard Law of Attraction. So this is what you're getting. We'll just start. We're going from A to Z, right?
Okay.
Across the void. We'll
Oh,
pause.
child.
We'll pause. We'll repeat it. Across the void.
Okay, across the void is.
And I want you to say it. I want you to say it like you're confident, like you know that this is what the plot is.
Okay.
Imagine you made like a screenplay and you're trying to sell it in.
All right.
That's how I want you to say it.
Across the Void is about Kansas high school called Mary Lou, who has been her daddy's farm has been subjugated to alien encounters, and she meets a alien man, a alien high schooler. And their relationship flourishes, and she doesn't know whether to be with him or Johnny Appleseed, who is a long best friend. And when they were knee high to a grasshopper, they grew up together. But he hates aliens. That's got to be what it's. It got to be that.
Oh god, my stomach hurts. Oh, this is such a good idea. Thank you, Tumblr.
I was close, right?
Oh my god. You said I was close. Okay, so can we just flesh this out a little bit more?
Yeah.
So there's like an active prejudice against aliens. Like her childhood best friend just like really hates aliens.
Absolutely.
Okay, what does this alien look like? Does he look vaguely human, or is he so alien?
Definitely big. I think when I think of this, because we gotta there has to be some sort of attraction to the alien, right?
Absolutely.
So when I think about this, I think the skin tone might give it away, like their natural skin tone might give it away.
Okay,
but they can morph into purple? Yeah, right, like a cyan,
cool
maybe.
Okay, I can go with that. Okay,
but they can morph their skin tone to match us.
Or to match, so maybe that's how he introduces himself to her at first.
Exactly.
Okay. Got you. Okay, before we get on with the rest of the chapter, let me interrupt with some plugs. So you can leave us a voice message at anchor.fm/play-choices-podcast/message. It could show up in a future episode. You can also directly support this podcast at anchor.fm/play-choices-podcast/support. If we haven't convinced you yet, listen to this amazing, amazing commercial that Lucas and I put together for you. It
In
takes
the
me
arms
hours.
of an angel.
It takes me, no, keep singing. It takes me
I
hours to record. No, keep doing it.
Here
It takes me
are
hours to record and edit this podcast.
wherever you
And
are.
with your donation
I believe
of
that
$1 a
my
month
heart will
could save me from
go
smashing her fucking head
on.
into a wall.
Why does the heart
Thank you so much. And back to our episode. And what is the moment would you think when she realizes that he's an alien? What does that look like in your head?
Oh, I think what could happen is, okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think maybe like an ongoing joke of theirs, like maybe
Oh.
how they first met is because they have the same book bag. Okay, they have the same book bag. And
Mm-hmm.
it's an ongoing joke. Like when
Okay.
they first meet,
You
is
you
because
thinking you thinking like a dance sport?
right,
Dance sport.
exactly, B,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
exactly, right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe they get into this argument because he's being a little bit too secretive, and she doesn't, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and they just storm out. But he accidentally grabs her book bag that has her cell phone in it. When she gets back to her
Mm.
room, when she gets back to her, to her
Mm.
house, she does find my iPhone, and the GPS puts it in the
Oh.
middle of the fucking cornfield.
Ah.
And then when she goes and gets it, she sees him getting it
Crop
into
circles.
And crop circles could be because he lost his family, and that's the way to communicate to the outside
Mm.
world that, like, hey, I'm here, I need help, I'm stranded.
All right. Listen. Another thing that we have to add to this game. There has to be a component where I either say I buy the screenplay or I don't buy the screenplay.
Yes, it's like Shark
And
Tank.
yeah, exactly. We're doing like choices Shark Tank.
Yes, yes.
um, you know what? I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Actually
Yes.
am. I actually do. I do. There's a little bit of rewriting I think that could happen to make this a little cleaner because you did come up with it on the spot. But I would say overall, 10 out of 10 would watch your tentacle porn erotica thing that's going on here. Um,
I'm just saying. I think that there is a secret voice there. There's a market. I think
yeah.
there's a market.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you're hitting a niche. I would say
Hmm.
that's definitely a
Hmm.
niche that we can hit on. So you're wrong. Across the Void is a book about it's like a space universe. You're correct. It does have to do with space,
Hmm.
but it doesn't have anything to do with Earth. It's like there's this universe in space where there's like a bunch of different species. One of the species is like I forget what they're called, but they are like human-esque, and there's other species that look a little bit less so. But there's only one species I can think of that looks straight up like a monster. The rest of them still look kind of humanoid. But the
Hmm.
MC is like a spaceship captain. And the spaceship captain has like a destination to get to, and there's like a civil war going on at the same time. And the only way to get to the destination is to go through the civil war region.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So,
Just a little different, yeah.
oh, yeah, you were close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You were close. Mhm. Yeah, I would say. um, okay, great. You know what? That was so amazing. Like, sometimes when you try something new and you're like, oh, we'll just see how this goes. That was incredible. Okay, let's go to the next one. America's most eligible. Pause. We'll pause. Let it sink in. I'll repeat it. America's most eligible.
I'm getting two vibes. Which one do I want to go with?
Mm,
Hmm. Okay.
okay.
I think this is a story that's based around a young contestant who is in a pageant
Mm,
competition.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Mhm.
so it's almost like Miss USA type. Okay, we gotta, you know, be the best pageant queen. And the series spans out on that. And
Okay.
yeah, our MC's name is Amy.
Oh.
Amy Showstopper.
Oh. Is she a drag queen? Who maybe showstopper?
I don't think Choices is ready for that screenplay. So
Right. Uh-huh.
unfortunately,
Right.
just a regular, you know, down to earth beauty queen.
Okay. Down to earth, not extravagant at all, not in
Mm-mm,
drag.
mm-mm.
Okay, so you're thinking like when you think of pageant, do you think of like traditional Southern Belle kind of girl?
I think yeah, I do. I do.
Huh. Ye- Not a bad guess, I will say.
Okay.
And in many ways might be more entertaining than the actual plot.
Oh, oh my god.
Yeah. So you were correct. It is a competition
Okay.
where it's a reality TV show,
Oh.
competition reality TV show. Think of like a Big Brother, right?
Okay. Okay.
Where there's a cash prize at the end, only one person wins a prize, yada yada yada. And your MC goes in, everybody's supposed to be single, it's America's Most Eligible, it's supposed to be hot, but really it's like you just do, like, to be honest, you would think with the name America's Most Eligible that it would have something to do, like, more kind of romantic or relationship based, but it's
Right.
really not. It's really not at all. There's a bunch of games that you have to play. None of them really have to do with being in a relationship, if I recall correctly. I'll be honest with you, I played books 1 through 2. There's a third one. I actually didn't even know the third one came out.
Oh
I had
wow.
no idea. I had absolutely no idea. It's quite a boring book. The first one's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Second one, third one. I mean, y'all, I didn't even know it came out until like a couple months ago. So that will tell you about how much attention I've paid to this. All right. Well, I guess it's time for me to say would I buy the screenplay or not? How old is this woman?
Let's say 24. Let's say
24.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know. Okay. She got a little bit of life experience under her belt. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Southern Belle, pageant competition.
Been doing this since she was young.
Since she was young. Okay, so she's seasoned. Okay.
Mhm.
She's a
Mhm.
seasoned
She doesn't
competitor.
have
She's
time
probably
for a relationship because she has to live up to her mom's expectations.
and that's why she's America's Most Eligible because she's so single.
Mhm.
She's so
Mhm.
single. They've never seen anyone more eligible than her. Okay. Okay. And a complicated relationship with her mother. I see. And what's the relationship with the father?
The father only wants her to do what's best for her. So maybe as the
Mhm.
story continues, maybe
Mhm.
she can stray away from that, pageant
Mm.
lifestyle and maybe pursue
Mm.
a career or degree and something that she really wants to do. So at the end
Gotcha.
of the story, you decide, you
Gotcha.
know, do you do the pageant for yourself, not for your mother, or do you
Oh.
follow a more practical dream? You always
So
wanted to be
maybe
a marine biologist. Oh, I should have picked something. A Southern Belle, probably nowhere near a fucking ocean would be.
But maybe that's why it appeals to her, right? Because she's never seen the beach before.
Right, right. Stuck in
Right.
Alabama.
Well, okay. I would buy it. I think it would gross a few hundred million in
Right,
in the
right,
theaters. I think it
right.
would.
That's
I think it
all.
would.
Something
I think it
slight.
would. Uh-huh, exactly. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. If my fucking choices app will load. A very scandalous proposal. Let's pause.
Mm-hmm.
A very scandalous proposal.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I got a good one for this one. I know it's
Ooh.
gonna be wrong, but I feel it in my soul.
Okay. Okay. Speak it out, baby. Speak it out.
A very scandalous. Oh shit, scandalous. The word scandal. You know what? I'm gonna still go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
A
Okay. Stick
very
to your
scandalous
guns.
proposal involves a young woman who was out in the club just having a good time, you know,
Uh-huh.
when she meets this cute guy from across the bar.
Uh-huh.
And they start flirting, and maybe they go to the alleyway, they start kissing. Next thing you
Oh.
know, all these fucking cameras show up. All these
Oh.
paparazzi show up. They start taking a
Oh.
picture. He rushes you and just says, like, follow me, like, I'll get you to a safe place. And you realize that he is the prince of some country.
Oh.
Now, it's a very scandalous proposal because how would it look for the prince to just be out here willy nilly, messing around, not taking his duties seriously?
Mm.
But if the
Okay.
story was twisted in a way that was just a fun night out with his fiance, then maybe the press will have more interesting
Ah.
things to talk about. So now you are stuck in this position
Mm.
where you have to help this stranger and be his fake fiance in order for him to get back into the public's good graces. But
Wow.
will it actually become a facade, or will he end up being the prince that everyone else is making him out to be? A very scandalous proposal.
Before we continue with the rest of the episode, I do want to remind everyone that if you have any questions, theories, or comments that you would like to be included in a future episode, please email us at playchoicespodcast@gmail.com. Make sure to specify whether you want to be shouted out or not, otherwise all emails will be anonymous. Questions can be related to books we've recorded episodes on, books that we haven't discussed yet, or even questions that you'd like to ask us. Alternatively, you can go to our Ask box on playchoicespodcast.tumblr.com and submit a question. Just specify that it's for the podcast and we'll be sure to include it. And back to our episode. I feel like I'm just sat through a movie trailer. I don't like how close you came to the actual plot.
Get that? No, why? Really? Really?
So the actual plot, and I'm gonna say yes, I'll buy the screenplays. I think people will watch the shit out of that. The actual plot is that you're a reporter who goes to England to dig up like some juicy gossip on
Mm-hmm.
a royal family because you're right. You well, no, you're an author who's writing like a tell-all book.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a reporter, and you go to the palace. They're doing like the tours,
Mm-hmm.
and you get pulled aside by somebody who's like, "Oh, do you want to go see like a certain part of the house that you can't see on the tour?" It's the fucking heir to the family,
Oh my god.
supposed to be like the next one in line. And you overhear a conversation with them where they're talking to their grandparents, and their grandparents are telling them like, "You're just not responsible enough. We think we're gonna give it to someone else." They come to you the day later and say like, "Hey, I have an idea. You pretend to be my fiance, so I look like I'm ready to take over, and I will give you dirt on my family to write your
Oh
book."
my god. Oh, that's good.
Well, actually, let me go ahead and reword that because I don't think that the love interest knows that you're writing a book. I think that they find that out later in the
Mm-hmm.
plot. I haven't actually finished the book yet, so I'm just kind of paraphrasing from the plot that I
Mm-hmm.
have seen so far. But I don't think that they are aware that you are a like tell-all
Mm-hmm.
novelist. So good job, good job, good job.
Yay.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. You've heard me talk about this one before. Uh, Baby bump. Let's take a pause.
Hmm.
Baby bump.
Baby bump, it just give me a one night stand.
Okay.
You accidentally end up pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not that choices would ever be this deep, but maybe there's a situation where you never thought that you would be able to get pregnant.
Oh,
So you decide to keep the baby,
okay.
and you reach out to the one night stand, and you're not asking for help. You're just speaking your truth.
Uh-huh.
But maybe he does
Speak
want
it
to be
out,
part of the
girl.
baby's life, you
Oh,
know?
shit. He does. Okay.
And maybe you, oh, Maybe the only reason why you had a night out on the town was to escape your ex boyfriend, like just a little freedom. So
Mm.
now it's all these Jane the Virgin situations. I was not
Right, the
speaking out.
ex-boyfriend comes back.
Yes, yes.
Let me stop helping you write the screenplay. I'm sorry. You said Jane the Virgin. I'm a huge fan of the series, not of Gina Rodriguez. We don't
Yeah,
support
no,
her.
no, no, no,
I
no.
supported a series before I knew all the shit that yeah, we don't support Gina Rodriguez on this podcast. But let me stop interrupting you. It was the Jane the Virgin comment got me excited, but let me get back.
Yeah, kind of like that, right? Or
Hmm.
maybe you don't even know who the father of the baby is because of this.
They're so close. Yeah.
And you have to wait. So you give both of them this opportunity, like, hi, like the moment when I can find out, I will. But for the most part, yada, 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 you know? And you have to choose, which one you want to be with, regardless of, who the baby turns out to be. Because we
Wow.
know the choices is going to push whatever ally and make the baby theirs. But
Right. Right. Yeah, that would okay. That would make sense. Again, kind of accurate to the plot.
okay.
Um, I would reckon that your screenplay is actually more entertaining than the actual plot of the book.
Choices. Listen, if you want to hire me and V and give us something slight, like,
Listen, we've been trying to seed this idea that we would like help improve a lot of the things with Pixelberry, okay? So like
right,
all we're trying to say is that if you're listening to this podcast, you're thinking, "Damn, yeah, that is more entertaining." You know our emails,
right.
playchoicespodcast@gmail.com. You know who we are. I've seen you like my tweets. I've seen you reply to us. I've talked to you on Twitch before. I know who you are, social media team. Get us in contact, okay? So the actual plot of Baby Bump is a one night stand. It is. Main character gets pregnant, goes to inform the man. Man invites her to his home. Man is rich. She did not know. Um, or maybe she does. Again, I don't like this book that much, so I may be getting some finer details incorrect, but I'm trying my best. And, she decides to keep the baby. The man vows to be like an active father in the child's life. And she goes back to her town. I can't remember where, but she just tries to build a life for herself while pregnant. I'm sorry if you like Baby Bump, that's fine. Let me also just say, um, I never hate on somebody for liking a book because like it's a visual novel app, and I'm not an elitist over like stupid things like a app on your phone, right? If it's what you enjoy, it's what you enjoy. But for me, I couldn't even diamond mine the shit. So I don't know. For people who do play Babu and who do enjoy it, do you actually like do you think that Lucas's screenplay is like more entertaining? Let us know.
Yes, please let us know. Let us know.
Let us know. Bachelorette party.
Oh, I like this one. So, bachelorette party. Give me the girl version of Hangover,
Okay.
where a group of long life best friends have a bachelorette party because the MC got engaged, and what should have been a night that they would never forget turns into one that they can't even remember. And the whole story takes place with you running around trying to find your engagement ring that you have lost.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're running around. We're not gonna be cliche and say Las Vegas. Florida, that's a dangerous state. So you're running
That's, that's okay. Keep going.
you're running around Florida punching alligators, trying to find this ring.
Touching alligators. You encountered the Florida man.
Okay, you survived 3 hurricanes in one chapter.
Oh.
Trying to hunt down this engagement ring.
It's during spring break, so you gotta dodge the college
Oh,
kids.
absolutely. And this engagement ring is like a family heirloom from,
Oh, okay.
your fiance's, great grandmother.
Right. Okay. That's the end. I didn't want to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
that's in. That's in.
Okay. Okay. Again, I do not like how accurate you are. with these things. So it actually does take place in Las Vegas.
Oh, I'm
Because
sorry.
where else?
Sorry, choices.
Where else? Where else? Where else? Other than the obvious, right?
I'm sorry, choices.
So they do, I believe, lose something. So your main character is not the one getting married. It's actually a friend of the main character who's getting married. So the main character literally finds their partner cheating on them in the beginning of the book, and then after they've broken up, gets a phone call from like their college like roommate group, and I think they get invited to the thing. Then I don't think that they were already invited before the book began, but they go to Las Vegas, have a crazy ass night. They have to find, I think it's a briefcase of something. I can't remember what the fuck it is. It's such an obscure plot. To be honest, it is like The Hangover in the sense that like it's more about the moments than it is what they're going after.
Got
It's
you.
more
Got
about
you.
like how absurd the scenes are rather than what it is that they're going after. Um but yeah, I mean, fairly accurate. Again, I I love the detail of Florida, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and it not being Las Vegas. But I do definitely think that whoever wrote the books, I can't remember who did, but whichever writers team wrote the book, I definitely think that they took a lot of inspiration from movies like The Hangover
Right.
because it's so absurd and ridiculous. You know how The Hangover, they always find themselves in some sort of situation where like they have a gun to their head at some point. You're like, how did we get here?
Yeah, how did we get
Yeah,
here?
and that's pretty much what happens in Bachelorette Party too.
I love scenes where I'm like, I have no clear solution on how to get everyone out of here alive. Like,
Right. All right, before we move on to the rest of the chapter, let me interrupt to plug our socials. We are at Play Choices Podcast on Instagram and at Play Choices Pod on Twitter. You can also go to playchoicespodcast.tumblr.com for our Tumblr page, which is where I post any episode notes that I have, like links to posts that I've mentioned, photos I've mentioned, or more. We're also available for listening on all major platforms, so if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate, review, and subscribe. It's a funky thing with the algorithm that helps us a lot. I wish I could explain it more in depth, but I just know that it helps us, so we do appreciate any reviews that you leave us. And as always, we are a growing podcast, so if you see us pop up on your socials, we do appreciate a share, a retweet, or a reblog, depending on the platform you see us on. We also appreciate it when you share our podcast with your fellow choices loving friends. And now back to the episode. Oh, okay. So I think I would watch it. Here's the thing. I think I would buy the screenplay because I enjoyed Bachelorette Party, and there's something that tickles me about it being Florida and like the I would imagine it would be like the bride to be really loves Florida for whatever reason.
mm-hmm.
Or maybe the bride to be like has a really controlling fiance and like wanted her to have the bachelorette party in his, maybe it's long distance, and wanted her to have the bachelorette party in his like home state so he could be close.
Right, right.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
the rest of her friend group was like, but Florida's fucking like boring. Why would we want to go there? Florida's crazy. Apologies to any Florida listeners.
And then we could have our best friend be like, after every minor Florida inconvenience that would only happen in Florida, just have her be like,
hmm
"Hey, MC, this is why I told you, like, maybe you should rethink this whole engagement."
Right.
Oh my god! And what if you meet this one guy who just like somewhat just ends up always coming up in the plot? Like, it always ends
Yeah.
up like going
Yep.
back to him. Like,
Yep. He just so happens to know everybody in like the Florida neighborhood that you're in. He just so happens to be connected. So every single time you need a favor, you gotta go to him.
y'all could be looking for the same person. The same person who has your ring is the same person that he needs to talk to for some reason.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely watch. I like The Hangover. I liked Bachelorette Party. I think they're both very entertaining. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Big Sky Country.
Oh
Big
no.
Sky.
What?
Big Sky Country.
Oh my god. This is about a young man who is in line in a will to take over his dad's farm when dies. Unfortunately, right now the dad is suffering from cancer, but
Mm.
it's not the MC's dream to run a farm, to run a dairy farm.
Mm.
It's not. Okay, he's looking
Mm-hmm.
towards big skies and big dreams, and he wants to go to the city and pursue law. Not law. No.
Oh, I don't know what it is with you and occupations today.
Our MC's name is Quinn.
This ends up being a prequel to Laws of Attraction.
Not law. He wants to be. He wants to go to Hollywood and be a movie producer.
Oh my god.
And so, his talents are finally recognized when a prestigious producer sees his short screenplay, a short story, and there's someone back at home, Li, who wants to be with him and can give him that quiet farm life that he may or may not want. He's still trying to figure himself out. Billy is.
Right. Right.
Um, but this is just a testimony in our desire for our dreams, and if we're ready to take on that big sky country. Big country sky is a big. What's a big country sky?
No, it's Big Sky Country.
Oh, okay.
It's Big Sky Country. It's just the way that you multiple times made sure to get the name of the title in. The description is
Because I was
what.
reaching, I had to pull it
Right.
back around. I had to pull it back full circle.
Okay. I think it's a very touching tale. I'm gonna say, would I buy it?
It might be a little boring.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say no for that reason. I love that you went so far as to assume that the main character would be male because that never happens in choices. So I love that you reached for that. I love that you assumed that we would find that in choices. So the actual plot. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just tell you how the book starts because so much shit happened in book one. I can't even remember what the real plot of the book is. But basically, you are you have a different job, a more modern urban job, and I want to say the MC was leaving from New York to a different city to go start a new job or something. So as you're driving through Montana, the your car breaks down and you're sitting there and you're like, oh my god, I don't have any fucking cell phone signal. There's nothing out here. And then up comes this burly bear of a man riding a horse. And he says, oh, well, let me take you to my ranch. We have a landline there. We can get somebody to come help you. And then you're stuck at the ranch for the rest of the book because that's how long it takes to get car parts in this book.
I would literally want to cry. I would literally feel like I'm in a sympathetic kidnapping.
Oh my god, he said this is the nicest way someone could have held me as prisoner.
Like, we'll give you your freedom eventually. I would
I
hate
feel like
that.
isn't that so frequently the case with these type of they let me tell you, story writers love to put urbanites in the position of having to be in the country for a reason that they can't avoid.
Right.
This is such an overdone plot. And there's a reason why they do it because it's funny, right? It's funny to watch two people who come from such different backgrounds convene and try to live together, right? It's hilarious. But it is definitely an overdone trope. I'll give you that
Yeah.
for sure. Okay. I wouldn't buy the screenplay just because here's the thing, the book is more enjoyable than I think I made it sound.
Mm-hmm.
The cast of characters and stuff they give you genuinely are really great and interesting people. I personally, on first glance, here's the thing. On first glance, I probably wouldn't buy it. But if someone else bought it, I might watch it and then be like, "Oh shit, that was actually a good for him." It's actually good. That
Right.
was actually
You
heartwarming.
know, me and V, we like to think of blockbusters. We like to think of like what is
Yeah.
going to sell, what is going to make us money. The plot that was given was very much Hallmark Christmas special movie, and there's
Yeah.
not a lot of money in that.
And you know what? I think Eric would like that because Eric did tell me that he likes Hallmark movies.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think Eric, you know what? I won't buy it, but let's talk to Eric.
We'll see
Let's
if
see what
they'll
he wants to do.
invest.
Yeah, he might be more likely to invest. I'll put you in contact with my contacts. We'll find somebody to fund this. I
Okay,
personally
okay.
take, but I will find somebody to help you because at the end of the day, you are my best friend, so I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you find
I
somebody.
like
Okay.
that. Maybe the dream is not dead for open
Right.
country sky. Big, big
Oh,
country. For big country sky.
maybe the.
Lucas's rendition.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Well, that was so much fun. I am gonna have to cut it here. But thank you so much for joining me, Lucas. We're definitely gonna continue this. We're gonna go through all of the books that Lucas has not read yet. For sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, we'll continue this on a later episode. Let me know, everybody, if everyone who listened, if you enjoy this format. This is something that's a little different for us. I had a fun time. Do you have a fun time?
I love it. I think it is a good idea. I love it.
Thank you
I do.
so much to the Tumblr Anna who suggested this. I laughed so many fucking times during the course of recording this, and I think it is so funny. And thank you so much, Lucas, for participating, giving us your amazing
Of
ideas.
course.
You really excel under the titles that Choices has created. Not all of them are great. Most of them aren't great, but you really excel at them.
Thank
And
you.
for
Thank
that, I
you.
applaud you. I applaud you. Again, thank you so much to all of our bodyguards for listening, supporting. Thank you so much to our Secret Service for supporting us every month. If you would like to join them in the support, I can give you the URL. We can do that. It's anchor.fm/play-choices-podcast/support. It's cheap. I'm gonna be honest, it's real affordable.
It's
It's real affordable. And if you can't, or if you just don't want to, that's fine. You don't gotta tell us. Just share it. Just share it, babes. Just share it. Love y'all. I don't know. But can I tell you something? Like recently, I recorded a solo podcast, and I think I ended it saying like "love y'all," and I was like, "Why did I do that?" I don't know if I've just been feeling like real affectionate lately. I'm changing as a person. Is something wrong with me?
There's something wrong with me.
But appreciate y'all. That feels
Appreciate
less
y'all.
aggressive. Damn, I started out the podcast kissing people. What is wrong with me today? Yeah, thank y'all so much for listening, and we'll be back with another addition to this if y'all request it. Okay. You want to say bye?
Oh, bye, guys.
Bye.